You have spent years wandering through life like a traveler who misplaced their map. Every direction a guess, every choice a hurried attempt to outrun the void inside. You have banished parts of yourself, the small voice that yearned for creative expression, the trembling desire that sought deep connection, the flicker of sadness that refused to be shrouded. But those exiled fragments are not enemies to be silenced. They are companions waiting for your embrace. Today you will whisper to those lost parts of yourself, coax them from their hiding places, and learn that only together can you find your true way home. You begin by finding a place of quiet, an empty room by dawn's first light, a secluded bench in a park before the world awakens, or the hush between breath and thought as you sit in stillness. You close your eyes and feel the familiar pull of absence, the echo of a dream you never pursued, the ache of a story you never shared, the warmth you sacrificed in the name of survival. You place a hand over your heart and murmur, "I see you, scattered self." In that single phrase, you invite the lost parts to surface, no longer hidden in shame, but safe to reveal their faces. You open your eyes and take a deep breath, letting the hush around you settle like gentle snow. You imagine those lost fragments hovering just beyond your vision, tiny ghosts of who you once were and who you secretly long to become. You lean forward and whisper again, "Tell me your grief." You feel the tremor in your chest as an image forms. The child who once painted rainbows in journals hidden under the bed, the young adult who wrote poems to empty pages at midnight, the person you might have been if you had not turned away. You let the memory swirl through you, acknowledging the sorrow it brings without flinching. You allow those fragments to be present, sitting beside you in the hush, no longer exiled but honored. You rise and walk to a table where a blank sheet of paper and a pen await. You sit and position your pen at the top of the page, breathing deep into the space where your story begins. You whisper to the lost artist within, "Share your color." You let the first words flow. "I once believed my colors were too bright to be safe." Your pen moves in steady lines, tracing every shade you once feared, crimson dreams, indigo truths, golden hopes. You do not edit. You only listen and transcribe, letting each hue find its form in ink. You close that page and start another. You ask the young dreamer, "What did you hunger to give?" You feel a flutter, a poem half-formed, a melody unsung, a question unapologetically asked. You write it all, the poem about loss you never spoke aloud, the song you imagined under a street lamp, the daring question you feared to voice. With each line, you feel the pieces shift, your lost self stirring, restoring its shape in your hand. You stand and gather the written pages. You carry them to a small fireproof bowl and light a single match. You whisper, "Let the old fears burn away." You drop the pages into the flame and watch the ink curl into embers. As the paper turns to ash, you feel a release, a letting go of the weight that once said you were not enough to shine. You hold the bowl's heat and imagine the smoke swirling into the sky, carrying your regrets and doubts into the night. You return to the quiet and close your eyes once more. You let your mind drift to the fragments no longer hidden, the artist, the dreamer, the asker of questions, knowing they are now part of your present, not your past. You whisper, "I carry you within." You feel a warmth bloom in your chest as the fragments settle into their places, weaving into a whole you have always been but never fully owned. You step into your day with this new presence. When a moment arises to create, a blank canvas, a sounding board, a risky question, you feel the lost parts guiding your hand, your voice, your courage. You let the artist paint broad strokes without hesitation. The dreamer hum an untried melody in the cafe's hush. The asker speak a question that cuts through the noise. Each time you honor those whispers, you strengthen the bonds you once severed. As dusk falls, you return to the place of stillness. You close your eyes and breathe into the newfound unity within you. You feel the fragments, once scattered, pulsing with life, aligned with your heartbeat. You murmur, "We are whole." You sense the ripple of that truth echo through your bones. You are the sum of every hidden color, every unuttered dream, every question you dared to ask. You step into tomorrow carrying the quiet knowledge that to be lost was never to be broken, but to be incomplete. You now travel forward as your entire self, fragments reunited, wisdom reclaimed, compass realigned toward the horizon that only you can name.